Hi all, how's everyone doing? HKUHD here and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to show you my desk setup. I wanted to create this video to show you that you can create a nice, minimal setup with limited space. This desk setup is the starting point for me. I wanted to show you what it looks like now before I upgrade it at some point. I will provide links in the description to all of my items or similar if some things aren't available. But feel free to check these out if anything is of interest to you. So let's get to it. Let's start with my desk. It's a small high gloss white desk. It was quite popular in the past but probably not anymore. You can see it's showing its age a bit with the scuffs, but you know what? It does the job. I got a little bit bored of the white gloss recently, so I decided to cover this with a large desk mat, which I think works quite well. I prefer the texture and the matte finish. It's reversible too, which makes it pretty convenient when I want to change the colour. As for the chair, it is this old mesh black one, and again it does the job, but will definitely need an upgrade. This is a Deco X20. This is a part of my mesh network, which gives me better coverage for my Wi-Fi. It also enables me to use a wired connection to my PS5. If you're interested to hear more about the Deco, then check out my recent video on how this helped me improve my download speeds for the PS5. So what drives my setup? It's the new M1 Macbook Pro, which I got in November. This has 16 gigs of RAM and a 1TB hard drive. So maybe it's a little overkill, but this replaced my old 13-inch MacBook Pro from 2015. I've been using this laptop every day, and it's much quicker and much more responsive. I really don't know how I was living without Touch ID on a laptop for so long. So I use this mainly to edit my YouTube videos in 4K. It handles it quite well. I really like having a laptop because of the flexibility it provides over something like the Mac Mini or the iMac, especially because I like to work in different rooms in the house to break up my routine. I have a few accessories which I use on a daily basis, like this external hard drive. It's the Samsung T5 1TB SSD. It's really small and useful, as I like to edit my videos off an external hard drive. The next accessory that I have is the USB-C hub from Anker. This is great as it gives me the added ports that I still use, such as the normal USBs, and it also includes a HDMI port as well. Lastly, I use this USB-C to Ethernet adapter when I'm uploading my videos to YouTube, to help me reduce the time it takes to upload. So I would just plug this in and then connect an Ethernet cable from the laptop to the Deco X20. For my mouse I use the Logitech MX Anywhere 2S mouse, and honestly it's great for me. I actually like the smaller form factor over something like the Master series. Not that I have much room on my desk, but it works really well. It's really responsive, and I like the gestures that can be customized, as this really helps improve my workflow. You can actually connect this mouse to 3 different devices at the same time, and you can toggle between them when pressing the button on the bottom. I don't only use my desk for work, but I also use it as my gaming setup, as I don't really have the space to play it anywhere else. Maybe in the living room, but then I wouldn't be able to play when I want. But yes, this is honestly a great console. I have enjoyed it every day I have played it. Having come from the first gen PS4, the speed is quicker and I don't even get a chance to grab a snack when waiting for the load times. If you would like to see my review of the PS5, then drop it in the comments below. Here I've got the PS5 DualSense Controller, and I really like this. At first when I heard it was bigger, I was a bit concerned about how it was going to feel, but now that I have it and I've used it for some time, I have become used to it. Now when I hold my PS4 controller, it feels really weird and almost too small. I really like the adaptive triggers, it feels great. Also the haptics have improved as well. This is the DualSense charging station, which was surprisingly difficult to get a hold of, but it's really useful for me, not only being able to charge the controller, but actually being able to store the controller. In the past I've never really bought any controller docks, and at some point my controllers would end up damaged. So this definitely helps with that. Also it takes up less space than if the controllers were placed flat on the desk. So one of the most important parts of this setup is the monitor, and this needs to be good for both being a computer monitor and being able to game on it. This is the LG 27 UK850, so it's a few years old, but I still think it's a quality monitor. from the thin bezels and somewhat small chin. It's great to look at. I would recommend a monitor arm, as this stand does take up a lot of room. I've looked into getting one, but I haven't got enough room to clamp this at the back of my desk. Some of its key features are that it's 4K and it supports HDR on the PlayStation 5. I can also connect my MacBook using the USB-C cable, which is great as it will charge it and allow me to use the USB ports on the back. The screen has an anti-glare coating which helps block the reflections from the light. This monitor offers great flexibility, as you can adjust the height, you can also tilt it. It also offers a portrait orientation for some of you coders out there. I'm just going to show some gameplay on the PlayStation 5, just so you get a feel of what it looks like. So you may have noticed that I don't have any speakers. Although you can use the monitor for sound, I use my headphones, which are the Bose QC35II Series 2. These at the time were one of the best noise cancelling headphones around. Apart from the design, they are super comfortable, and I can wear these for a long time without experiencing any discomfort. They also work with the new 3D audio feature on the PS5. As with any desk setup, there are many different cables poking around, and this is no different. For me, I just feed the wires around the back of the desk and use some cable ties to keep them as neat as possible. Then I just added some clips near the end of my desk to help maintain the tension in the cable, so they're not dropping behind my desk. Also with this desk it has a back panel, which really helps hide the cables. Anyway, that's the end of my desk setup. If you enjoyed this video, then drop a like as it really helps the channel out. If you're interested in some of the products from this setup, then I've added the links in the description. See you in the next one.